What it is, guys, it's your boy Blastphamoushd. We're here to check out Young Down the Sauce God's newest animated story called Getting Roasted in High School. I think it'll be really fun to watch this story because at the end of it, I'm gonna tell you guys some of my getting roasted in high school stories, because trust and believe, I have more stories of that than I do of anything else, because I didn't have good clothes, didn't have nothing, no money or anything when I was going to high school. Hell, middle school, all that crap. But yo, you guys wanna watch the original video, the link's in the description down below. It leads to Young Down the Sauce Guy's channel. Needless to say, subscribe to the guy. His animations are freaking awesome. Let go.
Hey bro, can I borrow your bicycle after school, dog? You think you can give a brother a ride, man?
And of course, now people are just laughing, and I could feel the little social status that I had. What?
Yo!
What? Shut the f up. Goddamn, I'm trying to tell a story. All right.
I laugh every time I see his intro. He thinks he's so pretty. I mean, he is, but you know, he thinks it though.
High school is the absolute pinnacle of bullshit. And it's so whack that you won't realize it until you get out of high school. While you're there, everything seems to matter, like a lot. In fact, nothing seems to matter more. But the truth is, absolutely nothing that anyone thinks of you, be it a teacher or a student, actually matters. When I was in high school, I was a low-key background character, definitely not considered for the most likely to become a famous slot in my school yearbook. I remember looking at the popular kids back in high school and thinking, they must have something that I don't. Like, they're going to continue to live exciting and eventful lives while I just continue to be a regular person. But that's not how shit turned out, man. I mean, y'all see what I'm doing. And as for those popular kids, I mean, most of them just live regular lives now. They have regular lives, have regular jobs, make regular money, do regular things. And I'm not saying that anything is right or wrong with their life versus my life. I'm just saying that the narrative of you during high school, the narrative of who you are, who people say you are, who you think you are, doesn't have to mean anything. I didn't always know that. So like a lot of people, I allowed what other people thought of me to really affect me during high school. So what I want to do is tell you guys a story about an incident that happened during my junior year of high school, which was my first year of living here in America. A story about an incident that really embarrassed me. So as a lot of you know, I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and in Jamaica, most high schools require that you wear a school uniform. I remember watching American TV and thinking, man, it's so cool that the kids get to wear their own clothes and have the freedom to express a bit of their personality by the way they dress. I envied that. Well, after I moved to America at the age of 16, I got a chance to go through a couple years of the American high school experience. And I quickly learned that getting to wear your own clothes isn't all that it's cracked up to be.
Alright, I'm stopping right there. Getting to wear your own clothes in public school sucks. It was all about FUBU and Dada Supreme and all that crap. And everything was $100 for a shirt, $250s for some shoes. I miss uniform. Only the kids selling drugs could afford all the good clothes. And that's real.
You're poor. Now, the word poor is relative, right? Because by society's definition, my parents make good money. Like, I've never worried about if I'm gonna eat today or am I gonna have lunch money or clothes to wear to school. I grew up needing for nothing. But compared to a lot of the kids I was going to school with, I was poor as fuck. Because when I moved from Jamaica to Florida, I lived with aunts and uncles who lived in upper middle class white communities. So a lot of these kids drove nice cars, they wore expensive streetwear brands, Nike, Diamond Supply, Obey, Polo, Hollister. They all had the latest iPhone, all of that at the age of 16 or 17 years old. Meanwhile, I'm riding my auntie's bicycle to school with my Metro piece of shit Android, rocking my Costco brand Midwest Farmer blue denim jeans that were just always a little too baggy in all the wrong places. Needless to say, I was not the flyest in school. But you know what? I was okay with it. I had a grasp of the sacrifices my parents were making for me, and my things may not have been very high-end, but they were practical and good quality. Also, I had a basketball team and good friends, so I didn't allow the fact that I was one of the poor kids to ruin my high school experience. However, it was always in the back of my mind, something I was self-conscious of, because what you had and what you wore in high school had a huge impact on your social status. If you weren't a star athlete or just like ridiculously attractive, you better have a bag, boy, or at least the ability to look like you have money. And I had none of the things.
Bruh, I could never figure out how to look like I had money when I didn't have any of it. Bruh, this is the same chain that I've got like 7 years ago, yo. It cost me like $60 on Maryland Parkway at a swap meet. Even now, I don't wear expensive stuff.
So there was always a very low glass ceiling on who I could be in high school. So PE was my favorite class, right? Obviously, everyone is just outside playing sports, having fun. It was one of the places where I could shine. I wasn't no LeBron James or nothing, but I was starting on my varsity basketball team, so I was more than good enough. But things would be different on the day of this story, because this day marked one of my most embarrassing experiences during high school. So, as most public schools require, we had a specific guideline for what you could wear during PE. You had to wear black athletic shorts, a solid gray t-shirt, and sneakers, and my PE coach constantly had a fucking stick up his ass, so if your uniform deviated from the guidelines even slightly, he wouldn't let you play and you'd get marked as absent. Well, that day I had forgotten to wash my PE gear the night before, so I had nothing to wear on the day of class. I ended up asking my older cousin who lives with me if I could borrow some clothes. He dug around in his drawers for a bit, and then he pulled out a pair of black shorts and a gray t-shirt. Cool. Fast forward to later that day, and I'm in the locker room getting changed. I pull out my PE gear and I start to undress. As I'm undressing, I look down at my PE gear and I notice something that I didn't see before. On the leg of these shorts was the fattest USPA logo that I have ever seen in my life. My stomach was literally in my balls. For those of you who are unfamiliar with USPA, or USPA as it is unaffectionately called here in America, it's seen as a knockoff Polo Ralph Lauren brand. It's the brand you buy when you want to wear clothes that look like Polo Ralph Lauren clothes, but you ain't got Polo Ralph Lauren money. If you
That was me to a T when I was in high school, yo. My mom used to take me shoes shopping at Payless, Everlast Shoes. I rocked them. Bruh, we would have to wear our shoes until they talked. And then we would still have to wear them to school. Oh my God, that's probably why I got such thick skin now, bruh. Because I got picked on and roasted all through school.
wanted to tank your perceived status in high school in one day, just go to school fully uspa'd out. Guaranteed. And you want to know what sucks? USPA actually makes good quality clothes. Like, it's better than the you get in Walmart or Target. It's good quality clothes at a reasonable price, but that doesn't matter in American high school. If you wore USPA, you might as well walk around with a label marked broke as taped to your face. You'd be better off wearing some $7 thin cotton white t-shirt that you copped at the Goodwill. So there I was thinking, what do I do?
Not everybody don't know about that hustle. I used to just go to Target or whatever. Bruh, my nose is running like hell. But yeah, dude, what I used to do is I used to just go to Target, you know, get the little t-shirts, and then, you know, I would just like try to turn that into an outfit. I wore a FUBU shirt, blue jeans this day. Next day, wear white t-shirt and same jeans, you know, because they still relatively clean, kind of, sort of, a little bit, if you look at it that type of way, kind of, maybe. And that'll be like a whole different outfit. You know what I mean? Like, my whole time through high school was roast management. I was trying to get roasted as little times as possible. Because whenever they roasted me, it was always in front of the pretty women.
Do I skip class and avoid being perceived as less than by my peers? Or do I put on the shorts and say f their opinions and go have fun playing some basketball? I looked in the mirror and I said to myself, Don, it doesn't matter what anyone thinks of you because of your clothes. You know who you are and what you're made of. You love PE class. Don't let such superficial things dictate to you how you choose to live your life. So you put on those goddamn shorts and go have the time of your life. So I put on my shorts, laced up my sneakers, and headed out to the basketball court. Huge mistake. I definitely should have just took the absent mark. So I get out to the courts, we warm up, and I start hooping. So I'm out there, you know, doing my thing, having a grand old time. And then I hear some dude yell,
Hey, yo, my nigga out here rocking the USPA, dog.
I turn around, and there he was. Let's call him Jordan, one of the coolest in school. Light-skinned dude, wore all the right clothes, had tattoos, was known for hooking up with a lot of girls, always had new sneakers on, drove to school athletic. This had it all, man. I look at him.
Oh, no. That's the worst. I don't know how you gonna take out a popular dude.
Bro, come on, man. Don't do this, man. There were only like a handful of black guys in our school. Don't betray a brother like this. But Jordan was a savage, man. Super cocky, took a lot of pride in the fact that he was able to afford nice things, so he proceeded to roast the f*** out of me.
Yo, Don, you out here stunning on niggas, boy. Rocking the USPA. Hey, man, how much for those shorts? I'm trying to be like you, dog. Oh my God. Hey, bro, can I borrow your bicycle after school, dog? You think you can give a brother a ride, man?
And of course, now people are just laughing, and I could feel the little social status that I had. What?
Yo,
what? Shut the f up. Goddamn, I'm trying to tell a story. All right. Yeah, so as I was saying, I could feel just the little social status that I had for just being a nice guy who played on the basketball team melt away. But that wasn't enough for Jordan, man. Nah, my man's then pulls out his brand new iPhone 5S and starts to record me. Ayo, Don, show Twitter what you rockin', bro. Ooh, that boy killing the USPA game, boy. So I'm standing there and I'm thinking, what do I do? But I'm also not gonna swing at him either because he's with his crew and for sure they'd jump my ass. So instead, I just turned around, ignored him, and continued to play basketball. And of course, shortly after, he got bored and then went away to go be a douchebag somewhere else. And
that's how that works. That's good advice. Y'all better listen to him. That's good advice.
Although on the outside, I appeared unbothered by his taunts, on the inside, I was hurt, man, because now I thought that's what people were going to judge me based on. The fact that I was broke and couldn't afford to wear the Nike dry fit shorts, or that I rode a bicycle to school, things that at the time were out of my control. Needless to say, that was the last time that I ever made the mistake of wearing USPA or any brand similar to it
Hey, I still rock N1. They can suck my ridges. People can suck my ridges!
To school. I also stopped riding my bicycle and chose to walk to school instead. That one I regret. Bicycles are fun, and if you think it's lame to ride a bicycle to school, then you can go suck your blood clot. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. My inner Jamaican was flaring up. But as I was saying, by ditching the bicycle and avoiding the USPAs of the world, I managed to get through the rest of high school without a similar incident happening again. But high school can be tough, man, and the kids can be ruthless. What happened to me that day was cruel and uncalled for. I had never said a bad thing to or about Jordan, yet he saw it fit to try and tear me down in front of my peers for what appeared to be no reason. And if I was a different person, maybe it would have really hurt me. You know, like maybe I would have stopped going to PE, or I would have become obsessed with trying to buy the nicest things in an effort to elevate my sense of self-worth.
I used to get roasted in high school, and like I would just let it happen, and people would just keep picking on me and roasting me until I just started fighting people. Do what I say, children. Not what I do.
Instead of letting that incident set a tone for the rest of my American high school experience and, you know, possibly further than that, it went down in history as no more than a shitty experience and a funny story. I was able to do that because although my parents didn't buy me a nice car or fancy...
I promised you guys a little bit of a story. Okay, so look, I only got 1 minute. All right, peep game. I was going to this middle school, and I think I've actually told this story a little bit somewhere, not the whole thing. So I remember I used to set my clothes out before I went to school the next day because I wanted to look fly and fresh for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Bruh, so I had this Pistons shirt, okay? And it was a bit tight, right? But I thought it made me look good, you know? Because tight stuff make you look good now. But I thought it made you look good then. I wore the shirt, and at least about 500 students were crowded waiting for them to open the doors to let everybody in to go to school in the morning. Bruh, I showed up there wearing that shirt and let my mom drive off, and they roasted me for the whole day, bruh. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed the story. If you guys want to watch the original video, the link's in the description down below.